What's up, everybody? Welcome to the one and only VATSIM. My name's Micah. We're going to be controlling here in Detroit. And I'm actually going to be turning off the camera here shortly, but I want to say it is me. I am here. We are talking, and I'm going to be controlling, but I am going to be turning off the camera here shortly. But yeah, let's get to it. All right. So we do have what's one guy, he's just got clearance to take off. He's a text-only pilot. We're going to go ahead and start track on him. So I have him tracked in my stats, basically. What you're seeing here is the radar screen, which is funny because tower control is actually not a radar-controlled position, but here we are controlling as if we are. My airspace is this inner circle right here. This is my airspace. This is my ground view, so I can control people on the ground, since as a tower controller, I control below me, and that includes tower ground clearance and delivery. So this guy is 787-900. He just took off. He is heading to Heathrow, so he's got a long flight to go. Departure frequency is offline. Monitor Unicom. Have a great flight. Wait for him to get closer to my airspace edge, since we don't have anyone above us. If we have someone above us, then basically I release him right off the runway, right over to the approach controller. But since we don't have one of those, I'm going to maintain positive control until he exits my airspace. A little bit of a different thing there. Yo, boy, Andre, how's it going? Welcome aboard. Hope you are having a wonderful week so far. It has been an interesting week so far. My wife started getting sick Monday evening. Tuesday morning she had a fever. Tuesday afternoon she had a 102-degree fever. Tuesday evening she had 103. This morning she had 102. Later this morning she had 103.4. Now she's fine. Thankfully, she's down to 99.9, so I think we're on the better end of it, at least appears to be. So it's been interesting. Flu-like symptoms, could be Omicron, who knows? We have a test that we'll be taking this evening, so hopefully that'll help us diagnose it a little bit more. But, yeah. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Hopefully we get some more traffic here. If you guys want to fly, you can fly out of Detroit or fly to Detroit. I'll be on for about 2 hours, is my assumption. We'll see if that holds true, but that's kind of what I'm shooting for here. It's a great opportunity for you to be flying with air traffic control, someone who is not going to throw you under a bus and run you over backwards and forwards and tell you everything that you've done wrong. I will help instruct you in things of, things you should know and things of that nature, but I'm not going to, say, oh, you're awful, how dare you, I'm going to ban you, whatever. I can't even ban you. I can call supervisors, though, to come do stuff like that, but, that's never, I've only, see, how many times have I had to do that? Twice. I've had to call supervisors twice, and both times it wasn't to ban, it was just to get them off the network, because they were just not paying attention at all. So just not responding at all. When you have a non-responsive aircraft, running around on your airport, I mean, what can you do, right? So I am hoping and praying that whatever my wife has, I do not get it. I have been dosing myself with enough vitamins probably to save an elephant, but you know, staying hydrated, staying nutritious, all that kind of stuff. Stuff you gotta do. Stuff you gotta do. Oh. Probably gonna be pretty quiet afternoon. I got a couple guys coming in. Got one guy out about 50 nautical miles to the northeast at 18,000. He's a 777. He's coming in to land. Let's see, we got anybody else? Yeah, we got a 737-200 down from DC. Coming up here, 200. That's the old retro version. Got a couple aircraft inbound. Oh, this is Marshall. So this is someone who is actually he's blind, and very special software for them. So we're gonna have him come visit, which is awesome. That's pretty neat. Let's see if we can get some music rolling here. Genre, what genre we want to do? That was a good choice. All right. Hmm. I'm going to delete this flight strip actually because he is gone for me. Can't see other guys coming in this direction. Cannot see him yet. This is what it's like, guys, on most VATSIM days, unless it's an event. It's pretty uneventful. So I would encourage you, if you're watching this, whether it be live or watching this in the future, fly out of somewhere that's not your normal flying place. You know, oftentimes, I have nothing against other art techs. Don't take this the wrong way. Oftentimes, a lot of people will fly out of New York, or Boston, or Atlanta's a big one, or Miami, or LA, you know, and of course those are busy airports, but in reality there's a ton of other airports. I mean, right now, for example, McGee Tyson in Tennessee has tower and approach on right now. Smyrna, Tennessee, and Nashville are online. You know, these are smaller airports that still have, you know, traffic controllers on. And of course, I'm here in Detroit. I just encourage you to try flying on some smaller airports that have ATC online. You're not your normal airports. I know I often get sucked into the rhythm of flying, you know, flying from Atlanta or Orlando, New York, JFK, something like that. But yeah, fly some places that aren't normal. Not your normal grind. Might find that you enjoy it. This is kind of a country-esque music, isn't it? Okay, we got ourselves somebody. What kind of aircraft is this? Let's find out. A C-25. I honestly don't know. Voice, we'll sign the squawk. Going to Charlottesville? I think that's Charlottesville. That's a good route though. Charleston, not Charlottesville. What is a C-25? Let's find out. All you gotta do is click it, right click, and then go aircraft info. Not found in the database. Okay. C-25 Charlie aircraft. Oh, it's a Cessna Citation 2. Okay. Or M2, whatever. Alright, so he's good to go. He's going to be taking off on the right. It's Calvin 2 departure. That's going to give us a Sergi. And taxiway Sierra 5, Sierra 6, Whiskey, Papa, cross, 27 right. Okay. This sounds awfully familiar. Doesn't this sound familiar? Down, 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 down. Chiefs and Pilot, no problem. Thanks for stopping by. I'll be on for another hour and a half or so, something like that. Don't know 100%. We winging it today. Here comes the blind pilot I was talking about. Just so amazing. The fact that he can... I don't know how they do it, guys. I don't know how they do it. It's amazing. I wonder what runway he's landing. Probably 2 and right. I need to get some extended center lines. Yeah, I think it's 2 and right. LR Hooser, what's going on? Welcome. Craig, absolutely. More than welcome. I'm not even going to worry about trying to get him a squawk. All he's going to do is contact me, land him, so... Normally be... You know, clearing class Bravo, squawk, blah, 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 blah. I'm not even going to worry about that. I think it's going to be 2 and right. I need to get my radar cert, don't I? I just need to do it. I need to suck it up and do it. I also need to suck up and do my IFR groundwork. Go take that test. M.2 Aviator, hello! Welcome aboard. Or welcome into the cab. Yeah, runway 2 and right. Or it's gonna be winds. Two 17 at 17. Westman 11, Metro Tower, good afternoon. Your clearance is on request. Stand by. That's his request. Mike Foxtrot, no problem, sir. Climb, maintain 3000, runway heading. And once you get that completed and get over the airport, it's up to you how you want to proceed since we have no approach controller. And Westman 11, got clearance, ready to copy. Westman 11, you're cleared to Charleston International Airport by the Calvin 2 departure, stage transition, then as filed. Climb via the said. Departure frequency is offline. Squawk 4175. Sorry, guys. Westman 11, readback is correct. Push and start at your own discretion. Let me know when you have Alpha on board, and you can expect 2 and right for your departure. Call me ready to taxi.
We will call when ready to taxi. Expecting 21 right, west wind 11.
All right, you guys here at that time. Sorry about that. Should fly into DTV or out. It's up to you.
Get 2-2 right, sorry, for landing rather than 2-1 right, because RFMC for some reason is not showing 2-1 right. The only choice we had was 2-1 left.
14, Mike Foxtrot, no problem. Yeah, you can get 2-2 right or left. It's your discretion. We've got no one else inbound, so it's up to you.
I think the agent said you were using 2-2 right for landing, correct? So if that's the case, we'll take 2-2 right.
Alright, you can expect 2-2 right. MBV 14 Mike Foxtrot. If you'd like to make a right entry or left entry into the downwind for 2 right is your discretion. No other aircraft in the area.
We're actually going to be forced to take the ILS tonight since we're a totally blind pilot. So we need an approach to actually guide us down. So we're going to be forced to take the ILS tonight.
Okay, no problem. Just if you would. Let me go ahead and send you a squawk code here. 1 second. Go ahead and squawk 4134 for me, and just let me know when you're on final.
4134 and clear to self-X for the approach, and we'll let you know when we're on final vision for Mike Foxtrot. Thank you.
All right. Favorite position as a controller? Well, I like tower. I haven't got anything above that because I haven't been certified to do that. I think I'd like approach though, but tower controller is my favorite. So I could do tower, ground, and clearance delivery. You're doing ES Apollo DTW. What should you should expect 2-2 right for that one. 2-2 right. So if you look at it, 2-2 right, basically anything north, right? Anything, if you cut this in half, anything to the west, you can expect 2-2 right. Anything to the right, you can expect 2-1 right, 2-1 left, sorry. Either one will get you there. Because what we don't want is we don't want to force you over an approach or departure path of another runway, right? So if we can get you to vector in just here on the 2-2 right, then you're not going to interfere with these other 3 runways. But if we had you cross over, right, then you're going to be interfering. So it's all about, you know, preventing that. We can avoid any type of conflicts. That is our goal. My phone keeps going off.
Detroit Tower, Westman 11, ready to taxi.
Westman 11, runway 21 right. Taxi via Sierra 5, Sierra, Sierra 6, Whiskey, Papa. Cross 21 left at Sierra 6. Can be sometimes complicated.
Detroit Tower, do you copy?
Westman 11, this is Detroit Tower. I copy. You copy me, sir?
Yeah, you cut out right after crossing 21 left at Sierra 6.
Westman 11, that's affirmative. So what we'll do is you're going to be taxing 21 right via Sierra 5, Sierra 6. Just hold short of 21 left at Sierra 6.
Okay, we were taxiing to runway 21 right via Sierra 5, Sierra 6, and then hold for crossing before for permission to cross 21 left.
Affirmative. So it gets kind of interesting and slightly confusing when you have more than one runway you're going to have to cross someone on. So right now 27s are closed, so I really don't have to count them for my crossing instructions, but a lot of people have problems if you don't. So like theoretically you only are supposed to give clearance to the first active runway. So, you know, Western 11, you're cleared 2 and right, taxi via Sierra 5, Sierra 6. Hold short 2 and left Sierra 6. Once it gets there, you can say Westwood 11 or Westwood 11, you're cleared, cross 2 and left Sierra 6. Clear cross 2 and left Sierra 6. Westwood 11. Once he crosses, you go Westwood 11, taxi runway 2 and right via Whiskey Papa, cross 27 right on Whiskey. Right, so you give the rest of the instructions at that point. It's kind of this weird, it's just, You do that so you don't want to say Western 11 you're cleared across 2 and left at Sierra 6 and 27 right at Whiskey, because then you might end up going on the wrong runway, and then you get interfere with other traffic, and you misjudge something, and there's just 500 different things that go wrong. Western 11, you're cleared across 2 and left on Sierra 6.
Cleared across 2-1 left on Sierra 6, West Bend 11.
And Western 11, continue taxi 2 and right via Whiskey Papa, cross 27 right on Whiskey.
Continue taxiing on Whiskey Papa and turn cross 27.
There we go. I was like, he's not getting on the localizer there. Now he is. He's heading onto it. Okay. Turn left here. Turn left. Turn left. Oh, he's gonna overshoot it. Yep, he overshot that. Oh, he's turning. Yeah, he overshot that.
Detroit Tower, Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot, and in final runway 22 right.
Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot, runway 22 right, cleared land.
Clear line 22 right, Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot, thank you.
How'd you get that radar? Is that the old ZOB one? No, actually.
Mike Foxtrot, once we land, we'll be disconnecting because we're unable to taxi and I have somewhere to be.
Vision 4 Mike Foxtrot, no problem. Thanks for flying in Detroit.
Thank you very much.
No, so this is a customized one. So I've taken the files and I've removed certain things, added certain things onto it for my own purposes to best fit the way that I control as a tower controller. This is my tower controlling view. Ground looks different. Of course, approaching and so forth will look different as well. So you can go in, you can customize it greatly. I think it's under so you have color profiles that you can pull, and I have certain ones that I've set up, right? You can modify and change everything. So like the background, you can make it, whatever you wanted, right? You can change all of this information, untracked colors. You can change everything. Everything. However you want. So I think these are the highways. That falls under. It's what is that? I'm trying to remember what that falls under. I can't remember what that falls under, but it's this thing that you have to select to view. Is it geography? Nope. Shoot, it's one of these things. Here.
Holding short, 2 on right.
And Westwind 11, Metro Tower. Winds are 290 at 17, gusting 23. RNAV Sergi, runway 2 and right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff. Westwind 11.
It's supposed to do RNAV, but that's fine. We'll let you go. Going to Philly, that's to the right. That's going to be east. That's 350. That's fine. Pavlo SB, that looks fine. JFK, yep, we'll give it to you. Give it to you. Expect 2 and right for your departure. RNAV. Which we gonna get, Jim? Joe Yu. Ooh, he's over there 2-2 left though. That's fine. We'll still give him doing right. He'll taxi by Zulu, Victor, Mike, cross to left. Some funky music right here. It's called Road Trip. I don't know if that's the kind of trip you're having. I'm trying to remember. It's a layer, and I'm trying to remember what layer it is. I'll get it here in just a second. Oh, let's spend 11 departures offline. Frequency changed approved. Have a good flight, sir.
Thanks for your help. See you next time. Westwind 11.
All right, it's somewhere in here. Not Arctic boundaries. Not static text. Actually, I like that though. Yeah, I like that. Let me save that. That way I can see a little better. This I need to keep. This I can see. That's nice. I like that. All right. Anchor lines. I want to say it was somewhere in settings. Could have swore it was somewhere in settings. Power. Huh. I'm trying to remember. Just give me a second. Let's fixes and fix labels. VORs, VOR labels, NDBs, labels. Low airways. We already did that. Oh, it's somewhere in here. Yeah. Yep. That's about to say it's diagrams. Yep, because here you can actually pull up different stars, right? So yeah, it's in here. It's so yeah, I can make the class B airspace come and go. Coastline. Is it coastline? No, it's not coastline. Somewhere in here. One of these has it. Patterns. It's cool. VFR. Yeah, VFR. It's the VFR one. D21 VFR. There's MVA. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. One second, guys. Do you hope to grow your channel, become one of the main YouTubers in flight sim stuff, or do you prefer staying more low key and making the videos for groups of us that love you? I'm up for whatever. I mean, it'd be great to be, to grow. It costs money to do this. Right now, I spend more money to stream than I make. So it would be nice to where I didn't. It would be nice where I was self-sufficient, if that makes sense. Where I wasn't losing money doing this side of the thing. So I'd like to grow where that's the case. Now, beyond that, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I'm not going to say I wouldn't ever grow the channel to a large extent, right? Where this becomes a mainstay or whatever. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not going to cater to, fewer people really well. I think I have what I like to do. And if other people like what I do, that's great. If other people don't, oh well. I mean, I don't mind, curtailing my content a little bit for what people are, may ask, tutorials and stuff like that. But, I do this out of a joy that it gives me, not necessarily a desire for popularity. So whatever comes of it, comes of it. Early on, I would say I had a more ambitious outlook of, ooh, I want to grow, I want to become one of these big guys, I want to have 1 million subscribers and all that kind of stuff. But, I've gotten older and wiser and, realized that kind of fame doesn't necessarily equate to a good quality of life and so forth. So I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and whatever happens, happens. Nope, new ATIS. Bravo. Attention all aircraft frequency. ATIS Bravo now current. Winds are 300, 17 gusting 27. Altimeter is 29092. I wonder if I still have. JDevEd, I kind of did that with the
Decking Tower, FedEx 826 with you. True. For clearance, first flight plan, Kilo, Papa, Hotel, Lima, Philadelphia. With information Bravo.
FedEx 826 Metro Tower, good afternoon. You are cleared to the Philadelphia International Airport via the Pablo 2 departure, SB transition, then as filed. You can climb via the SID. Departure is offline. Squawk 4116.
FedEx 826 cleared to Philadelphia via Pablo 2 and via the SID. Departure is offline. Squawk 4116. FedEx 826.
FedEx 826 readback is correct. Push and start is at your own discretion. You can expect runway 21 right for your departure. Call me when you're ready to taxi.
Okay. FedEx 826.
So, Jed, I kind of did that with my Flight Academy series that I started. I never finished it, but about a year ago, I guess it was. Or was it 2 years ago now? I don't remember. No, it was a year ago. Yeah, a year ago. And I kind of covered that. Let me see here. So I've thought about going back and kind of redoing a little bit, and I may have learned more. I am a real private pilot, so I didn't learn in the Cessna. I learned in the Piper Warrior, but I got my high performance endorsement in the Cessna 182. Let me tell you, they do fly differently. That's for sure. Let me find that. Oh gosh. I got too many playlists, guys. Too many playlists. Virtual Flight Academy. That's what it's called. There is the playlist / beginning. I found them really good at trailers. That's about it. Oh man. Yep, so Cessnas are the most popular training aircraft. Second to that would be Pipers, right? Piper Cherokees, Piper Warriors. And I own a Piper Cherokee, though I haven't been able to fly it because of financial reasons in the last month and a half now. And I'm devastated in the insides. You guys have really no idea. It's just sitting in my hangar, and it's just that's just not the way I wanted it to go. But it is what it is, right? And hopefully, I've been doing some odd jobs. Hopefully, I'll be getting some extra cash in hand. I'll be able to go and take a flight or two. Probably the first flight I'll do is I'll go out and I'll do some practice, just like I would have done for my private pilot. Do some stall practices, do some ground maneuver practices, turns around a point, S turns, that kind of stuff. Do some touch and goes practice, my landings, get them back up, get them required for currency. That'll probably do it. I watch a guy on YouTube, a channel called M0, spell it out Zeroa. So M as in Mike, Zulu, Echo, Romeo, Oscar, Alpha. He actually is a real flight instructor and does a lot of cool videos. But anyway, he's been doing, every January he does a Safer Pilot Challenge. For 31 days of January, he creates a video every day that, is some type of topic for you to become a quote-unquote safer pilot. And he challenges you to go out and fly it and practice it. So that's, something I need to go and do myself, because I want to be the safest pilot I know. Captain Geo, welcome aboard. Good afternoon. I saw that were you streaming, Captain Geo? Can't remember if you were streaming. Or no, HD Simulation is streaming right now. That's what it is. Yep. That's who it was. How do you decide which use flats for takeoff? Airplane Toolbox, it's not in X-Plane 11. It's a separate program you open in a separate window. So wherever you downloaded it, just open it and run the .bat file, the .bat file, and you do it there. It's not going to be actually in X-Plane 11. That's right, you streamed last night, the Challenger. Nope, it doesn't matter when you run it. You can run it without anything started. Because you just import your information and boom, it does. I understand. Captain Geo, you could always come fly with me out of Detroit. Or into Detroit, whichever you prefer. If you have problems doing it downwind ILSs in the 7370 X-Plane 11 for me, even when the feature disabled, the glide slip gets captured way too late, despite being at the intercept altitude for it. I haven't experienced any major issues. But then again, I'm trying to think here. Yeah, I haven't really had any problems. But I'm not really the best to ask because I haven't been flying a ton. See, and most of y'all already know this, I'm running for a state office here in Alabama, so...
Detroit Metro Wayne County Tower, FedEx 826, ready for taxi.
FedEx 826, runway 2 and right, taxi via Zulu, Victor, Mike, hold short of 22 left on Victor.
Taxi via Zulu, Victor, Mike, hold short of runway 22 left, FedEx 826.
Anyway, so I'm running for a state office down here, and that takes up a lot of my time, as you might imagine. So that's kind of been more of a priority than my YouTube channel. Oh, man. Sometimes. Anyway, so that's why I haven't been flying. Pretty much if you see me fly, like if I'm streaming, that's pretty much when I'm flying. I take every, chance I get to actually stream it. We'll turn right here onto Zulu, and then left on Victor. We'll give him a clearance across 22 left on Victor. We'll take Victor over to Mike, Mike north of Mike, and then right on Mike 6, I think is what it is, to 2 and right. I haven't checked to see if anyone's coming in. Let's see. Still got 2 arrivals. Where are they coming from? I got... yes. Yep. Diego, you're in, Minneapolis, St. Paul. This guy's still in... No, he's not. Huh. Wonder where the other one's coming from. And FedEx 826, you're clear to cross 22 left on Victor.
FedEx 826 clears cross on Victor.
Just gonna see if I can figure out who is gonna be flying here. Oh, this guy from Washington National. Delta aircraft, Delta 2995. Yep, he's on his way up. But he is on the way as well. It's gone exactly 0. Wrong numbers. It hasn't moved at all. Like I've been saying, if I am not streaming and, you know, playing some type of video game with friends or something like that, I'm eating, I'm sleeping, or I'm working on my campaign. That's about all. That's about all I do. But, you know, hey, that's what I signed up for, so can't complain. I'm not complaining either. I enjoy what I'm doing. I would like to see, I got priorities, right? My first, like, you know, in life, you have challenges, things that either placed in front of you or you place them in front of you yourself. My challenge this year is to get my instrument rating. And if I get my commercial, it'd be a plus, but I don't think that's probably going to happen. Instrument rating is my goal. And, you know, that's great. And that's my focus in regards to self-study and learning. And then, you know, it would be nice to get my S3, but, you know, it's also not real, if that makes sense. It's not a real achievement. It kind of is a real achievement, right? But it's not real like an instrument rating. You know, that's achievement that I'm trying to achieve. This a challenge I have this year for myself. And then, you know, I'm running for election here, so that of course is a challenge. A challenge I've set for myself. Right. That's exactly right. I'm an aviator. That's right. You know, and I have levels of things that I want to achieve, and you know, if I don't win an election, I will need to do something. And I'd like to become an instructor. And part of that, you don't have to have an instrument rating or to be an instructor, but it becomes difficult if you don't, right? So, get my instrument rating, get my commercial, get my, what do you call it? Principles of instruction. And then also get my CFI, you know, and start teaching people how to fly. I think it'd be really cool, because then, you know, here's the cool thing. So if I get my CFI, then I could turn around and do instructional videos, like real life instructional videos for you guys. You know, here I am, a real life CFI doing instructional videos for you guys that are like real world stuff. You know, I think that's pretty cool. FedEx 826, winds are 300 at 17, gusting 27. RNAV Joel U, runway 21 right, clear for takeoff.
FedEx 826, runway 21 right, clear for takeoff.
I currently don't have aspirations to go to the airlines. Now, eventually I may get my ATP anyway and do corporate or something like that, but I don't currently have any aspirations for that. There's a lot of stuff that goes with that. You know, it's first off, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of time. It's definitely achievable. But the question is that what I want to do? Right? Is that really what I want to do? And I don't know. I would like to teach people how to fly. I think that'd be kind of fun to do. also have my eyesight to think about. I have noticed my far vision has gotten slightly degraded. Not like bad, but like I've noticed a slight degradation where I used to be able to read a sign. So I used to have 2015 vision, which is, you know, what most people could read at 20 feet. I could read, you know, most people would see something that looks like it's 20 feet away. I would see it as if it was only 15 feet away from me. Almost like zoom vision or clarity or whatever you want to look at. And then I got pepper sprayed during my police academy days, and yeah, from then till now I have 20/25 vision, and so it's a slight degradation, right? Not terrible, but I've noticed a slight degradation. I know there's some pretty heavy restrictions when it comes to eyesight, so I'm a little concerned that that might affect it. But I know I can get my commercial, and I know I can do CFI with glasses and things of that nature without a problem. So and FedEx 826 departures offline. Frequency changed approved. Have a good flight, sir.
Good day, FedEx 826. Thanks for your help.
Delta 709 going to Buffalo. Ooh. Delta VA 23, that's fine. Squawk 41, 44. It's gonna be 2 and right. POW 3. That's Sergi. Did that off memory. We'll see if that's right.
Metro Tower, good afternoon. Delta 709 with Bravo, ready to copy IFAR clearance to Buffalo.
Delta 709, you're cleared to Buffalo. The HAL 3 departure book transition then is filed. Climb via the SID, departures offline, and Squawk 4144.
Okay, we're cleared to Buffalo, HAL 3 departure, Brock transition, and it's filed.
Winners is
Climb via
winners.
SID, Squawk, departing frequency offline, and Squawk 4144 for Delta 709.
Delta 709, readback is correct. Push start your own discretion. You can expect runway 2 and right for your departure. Call me when you're ready to taxi.
Okay, we'll get back to you in a couple seconds here for Delta 709.
Gulf, Victor Mike, cross 27 right. Yep, so that's, you know, that is definitely something to be concerned about, you know, and definitely something to be concerned about. But, you know, even if you don't, you know, I know someone now who works for, you know, he was one of my instructors. He actually got my high performance endorsement with him. His airplane, he actually owned a 182. He now works for a little airline up in, New York area, somewhere like that. They fly like King Airs and things like that. You know, and I know he wears contacts and glasses, so I know it's possible. The majors. Well, I mean, depends on how desperate they get, right? Oh, I know that you can have glasses and fly an airliner. You know, that's been relaxed a little bit. It just has to be corrected to 2020. for your FAR. I think near, I don't know if it can be corrected. I think uncorrected in max is 2040, and then corrected has to be 2020. I think that's the way it reads, but you have to look up the FAA regulations on it. Now, fatigue's a whole different story, right? Is X-Pilot good? It works great if you're playing X-Plane. It's what I use when I'm playing in X-Plane. Yeah. I used to use X Squawk Box back in the day, but not anymore. Been using X-Pilot for a while. Absolutely, Anthony. I thought I recognized your name. I think you've been on the stream before, so glad to be of service. The only thing I would say is on departure, I gave you an RNAV waypoint. And so whenever you're given an RNAV waypoint by tower, you read back that as well. So like I said, RNAV, what was it, Sergi or whatever. Did you say that back? I don't know if you read that back or not. Anyway, I don't know. Some people read them back, some people don't. It's not a pet peeve of mine or anything. Just I really couldn't care less. But it's just one of the things that we're supposed to remind people of. The X-Pilot's definitely better, and there's not even a question about that anymore, right? Anthony dropping $5 in super chat. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. I appreciate it. If you don't mind, head over to clevelandcenter.org. clevelandcenter.org/feedback. It's a way that you can actually leave me or a view that my overlords, my supervisors can see kind of how I'm doing. You just need to know who the controller was, which of course you knew who that was, when it was, and that kind of stuff. So if you wouldn't mind heading over there and leaving me a review, I'd appreciate it. Xpilot has been completely flawless on my end. So I think it'll work probably pretty well for you. At least it has on my end. Where is Diego? Where you at? You're on the way. Cool. Got 3 aircraft on arrival now to Detroit. Cool. I got my training 2 different places. One, I got it, if you're talking about my VATSIM, like ATC training. VATSIM ATC training I got in, with the Seattle RTEC, I got my ground certification. Then over here in Zob, which is where I'm patrolling now, I got my, what do you call it? My ground major certification as well as my tower certification.
Delta 709, we're ready for taxi.
Delta 709, runway 21 right, taxi via Gulf, Victor Mike, cross 27 right on Gulf.
Okay, Golf, Victor, and Mike, and cross 27 right on Gulf for Delta 709.
Now, my private pilot training I got down here in Alabama, close by where I live. I say close by, it was an hour away from where I live, but talk about a drive for my lessons, right? Yeah, an hour drive every time I went and did a lesson. Hour there, hour back. It gave me plenty of time to reflect on all the terrible things that I did. No, actually, I was the cheapest student that ever went through that flight school so far, and the flight school's been around for a good while now. Cheapest means that I took the least amount of hours, basically, and did it in a cost-effective manner. So, because when I showed up for my, well, I did a discovery flight first to make sure that I, was going to be fine up in the air in the small aircraft like that, because it had been like almost a decade or longer since I had been in a small aircraft like that, so I wanted to make sure I was going to be fine. After that, I studied up, did an online ground school for a month, and then I took my exam, got my medical, passed my exam with a 95, I think, 95 out of 100. Missed 2 questions. And I remember what those questions are, and I can't believe I missed them, but, whatever. Then I showed up back, scheduled a flight, my first flight lesson. I showed up. I'm like, here is my written test. Here is my medical exam. Let's get going. And I mean, we did 3 lessons in the first lesson, 2 lessons in the second. We were just cooking. We just cooked through it. I soloed at 13 hours, and pretty much spent the rest of the time doing solo work. And of course, we did, check ride prep, doing, just rehashing ground maneuvers and stalls and everything, and short field landings were the hardest thing for me to get. They're still kind of difficult for me. That is the one thing that I really would love to practice if I had gas money. Oh yeah, I know that. They told me that. It wasn't even a question. They 100% told me that. And I'll get to that in just a second of why that was the case, besides having the written test already done. Yeah, I'll explain that in just a second. Delta 709. Winds are currently 300 at 17. RNAV winners, runway 21 right, clear for takeoff.
Okay, RNAV winners cleared for takeoff for Delta 709.
So, unfortunately, about a third or even maybe a half of the students that would roll through this school were in high school. And I don't have anything against someone trying to learn how to fly in high school, but when you have them trying to learn in high school and they don't do the groundwork, they don't do the study, so when they show up to the lesson, they have no clue what the instructor's trying to teach them. So basically, the instructor has to work double, and they spend half of their flight time scheduled on the ground covering what they should have already learned, coming before they even show up to the lesson, right? It's all about prep. And yeah, I showed up every lesson. I had already studied whatever we were going to cover. I had memorized things, numbers, and so I just rolled in. Thank you, Dave. I plan to. Glad you love it. If you love it, hit the like button down below. If you really, really, really love it and love to see more of it, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. But also, got $1 or two. Streamlabs.com/MicahMester1. It's at the top of the screen. Help me buy a GPU that's not, a 1000 series. That's what I have right now. Oh, I need a 3000 series, but or a Radeon equivalent. Delta 709, departures offline. Monitor Unicom, frequency changed approved. Have a good flight, sir.
Okay, over to Unicom. Appreciate the help for Delta 709.
Yeah, wrong numbers, and that's kind of the thing, right? Now, there's nothing wrong with it. I know people who did do it, and were fine. They succeeded, right? But you have to be very dedicated, right? You have to be very dedicated. You have to study. it helps if you're homeschooled. I know it sounds, well, first off, I was homeschooled for 10 out of my 12 years. So homeschooling is actually a really great option if you know, your parents can do it and it's whatever. I would spend the morning doing all my schoolwork, you know, and then basically after that I could go and study whatever else I wanted to. So I had hours where I could either go and work or you know, I could study if I wanted to. I could have easily gone and done my private pilots at that point, but at that time I didn't know if I really wanted to do it, right? So it's definitely something you can do. You just need the time and the money, right? And one thing I would say is, so when I showed up to do my private pilot, I had the money already in the bank for the entire thing, and I spent just over $8,000 getting my private license. Okay, most people spend over 10 grand. Just so you're aware, just basically you take 10 grand and put it aside. This is what I'm going to spend on getting my license or certificate, my private pilot certificate. If you don't have that money, I just wait. Well, wrong numbers. That's not necessarily true. You can go start to finish in a month. You know, that means you're flying at least once a day, maybe taking the weekends off. It's challenging, but you can do it. There's actually what they call accelerated courses for add-on certificates, for instrument, for commercial, for multi-engine, that they're like 2 weeks, and you go and you knock it out. You know, you're flying twice a day, except for on Sundays. You get a break on Sundays, right? But it ain't easy. So it's possible. It's just not easy. But if you don't have the money set aside, I wouldn't even start. Because if you just take one lesson a week, man, you're wasting your time. Wasting your time. Please talk for a minute on proper VATSIM flight plan filing for VOR to VOR or a CVAT instrument waypoint planning for retro planes. Anything special? So it's not hard to the planning process. There's nothing fancy to it, right? So whenever you go, I would recommend going to the VATSIM website. Let me pull one up for you. Right, so we go pilot, file a flight plan. Okay, I've actually logged in with my wife's account, but so this is what's going to show up. And you just put in your call sign. So let's just say November 173 Alpha Bravo. I don't know, I'm making it up. And you're going to fly IFR. And your aircraft, let's say, is a Boeing 727-200. Okay. Weight category, you're going to be medium. Equipment, make sure you have that correct. Transponder, we're going to do /alpha, which means your altitude encoding, and I can actually bring that up as well. Zob. Where is it? Where is it? Not airline codes. Equipment codes. Here we go. All right. So that's some basics. We're looking for aviation knowledge. Where the heck is this? Craft systems, transponder. Okay, transponder usage. Is it not going to give me a mode? Okay, it's not. Well, okay, so basically, well, anyway, A would be appropriate. It's basically allows you to do VOR, but make sure you have the right transponder code. You can look it up for your aircraft. Departure, let's say we're going from Cleveland to, shoot, I don't know. Let's do Philly, why not? Altitude, I don't know, let's put in 33,000 feet. Airspeed, we'll say 450 knots. I don't know the airspeed of the 73 or 727. Arrival, that's off block. Oops. Off block. I don't know, what time is it now? We'll just say 2100. I'm not actually going to file this, but I don't know, 1 hour. Fuel endurance, we're going to say we have 2 hours on board. So route details. So if we go to Sky Vector, it's an awesome little tool. Get rid of that. We're going to go Cleveland to Philly. And we can look at VORs that we want to use, right? So we can go, okay, well, here's one right here, right? This is a VOR. This is Youngstown. So Yankee November Golf. Just throw that in there. Let's see, there's another one. There's another one. Phillipsburg, PSB. Let's find another one. Let's use Ravine. Right, and then we'll do a. Then you'll come in here and you'll do an approach in the Philly, and you'll use a one of these. Do the VOR alpha approach or something like that, right? So okay, we're gonna fly these 3 VORs. So then I would go over here and put my route, the same information I had here, and I can actually copy this. And boom, there's my route, right? And just put 1 space in between them all. Right? And then this stuff, you don't have to put in, so you can really ignore all that. And then file flight plan. So it's just, you got to know, what VORs you want to use, right? That's kind of the big deal. But besides that, it's nothing really special, I guess. But yeah, SimBrief, you can use SimBrief. So with a VOR departure, you're going to have vectors anyway, right? So we actually have procedures for non-RNAV capable aircraft. For example, if you're non-RNAV capable, then you would get the Metro departure, right? And that's a little bit different because you're going to be vectored. So you had the Metro 2 departure. Your clearance would be a little bit different. You clear to Philadelphia. Metro 2 departure, radar vectors, Youngstown, right? So there's your radar vectors. So when you take off, you're going to get a radar vectors, and that's going to be the departure controller is going to be assigning that, and I would have to get that from them. And it would probably be something like, if you're taking 2-1 right, it's probably going to be something like this. 330 or something of that nature. They may throw you over here to 270 or something crazy, but generally it's going to be like 45 degrees off of your runway. But depending, right? It's all depending on what they want. Maintain 4,000. You expect flight level 330, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 134.7. Squawk, blah blah blah. Right? It's just a minor change. It's not that bad. We have procedures set in place for non-RNAV departures. Yep. That would be how. This is King Porter Stomp by Joel Cummins. It's a free, royalty free music that YouTube provides. Most times won't you vector in a plane's the proper... It depends. So, as a tower controller, no. But an approach controller will. But if you're an RNAV, if you're on a star, you're an RNAV arrival, right? Standard arrival, then you probably won't be vectored unless you're doing a visual approach. Then you'll be vectored at the last, you know, kind of waypoints. But if you don't have a star, if you're flying a VOR, like you mentioned, VR to VOR and so forth, NDBs and stuff like that, then you're going to get vectors, right? They're going to say, you know, proceed direct to whatever VOR, or, you know, 20 miles, 20 DME, 330 radial, whatever. They're going to give you that kind of thing. Yeah, most cases they're going to vector you in. Braided Tomb, copy. I am here waiting for you. Just make sure you're logging in. You're most welcome. Should have some folks coming in. Yeah, I got a guy to the southeast. Two, actually. Back to the northwest as well. Can't see him yet, though. But they are coming. They're coming. I understand why, because especially if you're not used to the, like, old style navigation and such, it'd definitely be challenging, but any controller worth their, you know, weight in salt will be able to help you out, right? We practice for non-RNAV aircraft, though we prefer it, that's for sure, because it's easy, right? Climbing the SID, you know, the whatever arrival, you know, it's easier, but we have anyone who's, you know, good at it will have a problem. And I have had a bad experience with controller on VATSIM, but it was a long time ago, over a year ago. Most are great controllers, great people, and just want to, you know, be involved with the community and help out in this fashion, right? Roger, I'm an aviator. I would agree. The heck was that? And November 6390 Mike, this is Metro Tower. Reach you about 4 by 5. How many?
About the same, thank you, sir.
Where the heck are they at? I don't even know where they are. I don't see them at all. Oh yeah, definitely mess up on VATSIM rather than real life, that's for sure. Okay, they're northwest of us. Where are they at? I guess they're just flying around. Oh, they're at the airport. It's near the airport. It's up the I-95 corridor, I think. I-94 corridor. Oh, there they are. This is dim. This is dim. They're doing some VFR stuff, I'm assuming. That's cool. I do wish more people would fly VFR. I know it's, you know, ILS is fun and all, but VFRs, I like people fly VFR. That was so strange. What is this? Must be a test track. Gotta be. Yeah. Sorry guys, I was just like trying to figure out what this giant circle was. I'm an aviator. I think it's going to be a 223. Let me verify that. I don't want to give you the wrong information. ILS 21 right, you said. Or 22 right, not 21 right. It's going to be 213. Sorry, 213 degrees is the approach course. For your, yeah. Is this icing? Ice and freezing level valid until 2030. Moderate ice below 1700. Ice between freezing level and freezing level is 03 to 09. Okay, so basically moderate ice can form between 3000 and 17. And that's southeast of Detroit. Okay. Sometimes I find myself chasing controllers or controlled areas. Set up flight plan, take off, destination AT goes offline, start a new flight plan, another, and then goes offline. Oh, I know the feeling, Dave. I know the feeling. Bring the tube. Yep, I totally get it, man. I totally got that. See lively vids. Yep, absolutely. If you have any questions at all, feel free to ask them. Yeah, I mean, that's the point you fly on VATSIM, right? So you can interact with ATC. And have other people flying around you, right? This, you know, you don't get that in single player. You don't get it there. If you're watching this now or in the future, hit the like button down below and subscribe. Hit the bell notification icon. Select all notifications. Only notifications you're going to get is when I choose to go live, which, as you probably know, is not super frequent. Oh man, that sucks. Attention all aircraft on frequency 8 is Charlie now. Current winds are 290 at 13. Altimeter 2996. No problem, man. No problem.
Information Charlie 20.
Spirit Wings 2123 heading to DC is Eastern Flow. Ooh, that's not right. That needs to be 23. It's not squawk. Yeah, but Dave, you know, try. This would be my encouragement would be to fly with other ATCs outside of the main, you know, super hubs, just to give them some more experience, because it's always something that's disheartening to be on, you know, for hours and nothing happened, right? Yeah, X-ray is not right. They're a Lima. A321's a Lima. And they're offline, so there you go. Joel Clary, thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. Come back, Spirit Wings 2123. Come back to me. Come back to me. Oh yeah, I agree. I agree. Training in ZTL to become delivery. Awesome. Glad to have you coming on board. So Dave, each ARTIC has certain requirements. Here in Zob, you have to be on as a tower controller. You have to be on for at least half an hour. Same for ground, I think. I usually shoot for 2 hours, but if I'm busy, I'll go longer, right? But usually I don't do less than 2 hours. And that's because I understand the, you know, the whole chasing air traffic control. I understand that. You know, and I also check aircraft. You know, I've got 3 inbound aircraft right now that aren't too far out. So I'm going to stay on till I get all 3 on the ground, right? Because I'm also been on the pilot side. So I understand the frustration that one might have, right? So that's, yeah, you just have to, it varies. We're going to ask for 2.5 here for Spirit Wings 2123. Yep. Precisely. Delta 1921. Going to Ord. This could be westbound. Caitlin 2, Smug. That's correct. Windy, that's correct. After you see enough of them, you realize you know which ones are correct. 32 is a little high. Yeah, that's fine. Yep, so he's good. 2 left for departure. Caitlin 2 is going to be winners. And where's he at? He's going to be taking uniform, kilo, Yankee 10, cross 27 right. Make sure that's fine. Sure I was correct. Oh no, I was wrong. It's Sam's. I'm trying to memorize these guys. That's okay. That's why I have a quick reference sheet, right? Make sure I don't give them the wrong information. Come on, Delta. Contact me. Contact me. We're in my airspace now. Yep.
Detroit Tower, Delta 1856 with Charlie on board on the ILS Zulu 22 right.
Delta 1856 Petro Tower, good afternoon. Winds are 290 at 13. Runway 22 right, clear land.
22 right, clear land, Delta 1856.
Yep, you're right. But
Good afternoon, Detroit Tower. Spirit 2123 looking for IFR clearance to Washington Dulles International.
Spirit Wings 2123 Metro Tower, good afternoon. Are you able to accept flight level 250?
I can take 250 for Spirit 2123.
Spirit Wings 2123, you're clear to the Dulles International Airport via the LIDS 2 departure, Gravity transitioned, then as filed, final altitude 250, departures offline, squawk 4174. I didn't say that right.
Cleared to the LIDS 2
I didn't say that right.
Gravity as
That's my
filed,
bad.
flight level 250, squawk 4174 for Spirit 2123.
Spirit Wings 2123. That's readback is correct, and my apologies, that was incorrect on my part. You're going to climb via the SID to flight level 250. It's the only amendment to that. Currently is ATIS is Charlie. Push start at your own discretion. Call me when you're ready to taxi. You can expect 21 right for your departure.
SID to flight level 250. Push back and start up at pilot's discretion. Expect 21 right. Spirit 2123.
Spirit Tower, Delta 1921, looking for IFR clearance to the O'Hare International Airport.
Delta 1921, your clearance is on request. Your number 1, standby. Delta 1856, welcome to Detroit. Exit left when able and say parking.
The Alpha Terminal.
Copy. Delta 1856, taxi to Alpha Terminal via, could be by Alpha Quebec to the ramp.
Alpha Quebec to the ramp for Delta 1856.
And Delta 1921, got your clearance ready to copy. Delta 1921 Metro Tower.
Delta 1921.
Delta 1921, I've got your clearance when you are ready to copy.
I'm ready to copy.
And Delta 1921, you're clear to the Chicago O'Hare International Airport via the KLIN 2 departure. SMUV transition then as filed. Climb via the SID. Departure is offline. Squawk. It's going to be 4112.
Can you repeat the squawk code?
Squawk is going to be 4112.
Delta 1921, cleared to the ORD via the KLIN 2 departure. Climb via the SID. Departures offline. Squawk 4112.
Delta 1921 reback is correct. Push and start your own discretion. Current ATC is Charlie. You can expect runway 22 left for your departure. Call me when you're ready to taxi.
Roger that. Expect 22 left at departure and push back at discretion.
He's going to taxi Kilo Uniform Golf Victor Mike cross 27 right. Did I track him? Yes, I did. Goodbye. Goodbye. Good night. Got a VFR aircraft way out there. Not a problem. Delta 1856, thanks for flying with us. Have a wonderful evening.
You too, sir. Have a good one.
Copy that. Down with like where the heck are ya? This ain't you. Nope, that ain't you. Where? Downwind would be like right here. Or right here, depending on which runway you're going on. You're still pretty far out, not really downwind. Rocket City. Da da do da da da. Rocket City. You have a flight plan. He does not have a flight plan. Okay. That's fine. He's VFR, so he doesn't have to have a flight plan. Filed. Beauty of being VFR. He's flying though. Well, we don't know, do we? Yep, no flight plan, so we have no idea. No idea. We might be able to pull up on Vatastic though. Nope. Nope. I'll have to, if it gets in.
JetBlue 2123, ready to taxi.
JetBlue 2123, are you Spirit Wings 2123?
Yeah, I realized I was saying the wrong airline.
Alright, JetBlue 2123. I don't have a flight plan on file for the JetBlue 2123. If you could refile your flight plan under your JetBlue 2123, then we'll be good to go.
Refiling now, thank you.
There it is.
Detroit Tower, Delta 2995. Just on final for runway 22 left.
22 left, he said? Delta 2995. Detroit Tower, roger. Winds are currently 290 at 13 at runway 22 left, clear land.
Clear land 22 left, Delta 2995.
Yeah, normally I would just have them sidestep.
JetBlue 2123, we just refiled
You
our
know.
flight plan.
Sometimes you just let things slide. JetBlue 2123, roger. I see it. Standby one. Make sure this is.
1921, we are ready for taxi.
Delta 1921. Delta 1921, runway 22 left, taxi via Uniform, Kilo, Yankee 10, cross 27 right on Kilo.
22 left via Uniform, Kilo, Yankee 10, cross 27 right at Kilo.
It'll be Kilo, Uniform, Victor Mike, cross 27 right. And JetBlue 2123, runway 2 and right, taxi via Kilo, Uniform, Gulf, Victor, Mike, cross 27 right on Gulf. Actually, correction, it'd be easier for you. JetBlue 2123, taxi 2 and right via Kilo, Victor, Mike, cross 27 right on Kilo.
Taxi to runway 27 right via Kilo, Victor Mike, 27 right at Kilo. Go. JetBlue 2123.
JetBlue 2123 is going to be runway 21 right for you.
21 right for JetBlue 2123.
On me, because I did things that were not needed to be said. Alright, so he's taxiing as well. This guy's coming in to land. I'm going to add his flight strip. So he's been cleared already. Don't need to do anything. Nope. Caught up. This guy's doing some maneuvers out here. Perfectly fine with me. He could come do maneuvers over here if he wanted to. Also fine with me. It's not too crazy, not too difficult. A little bumpy at 6,000 feet. That's not too unexpected. Ooh, MN Aviator, do you know you can actually file a PIREP? A pilot report? Yeah, you can do that. If you go to clevelandcenter.org, it's there. You can actually file a PIREP there. It's pretty cool. And Delta 2995, welcome to Detroit. Exit left when able and say parking.
Left when able will be Alpha 79 for Delta 2995.
Alpha 79, you say Alpha 79? Delta 2995, you said Alpha 79?
And apron for Delta 2995.
I don't even have that gate on here, but... Alright, Delta 2995, taxi Alpha 79 via... It's gonna be, Kilo Yankee.
Kilo Yankee for Alpha 79 for Delta 2995.
Lots of people to track while taxiing here. He's gonna be now taxiing. Go Kilo Yankee, and we're gonna put the Kilo uniform. That's it. Let's say Kilo Yankee. Delta 2995. My apologies. I think I said Kilo Yankee. It's gonna be Kilo Uniform.
Alright, Kilo Uniform for Delta 2995.
And Delta 1921. Let me know when you're ready to go.
Roger that, Delta 1921. Delta 1921, we are ready for departure.
Delta 1921. Winds are 290 at 13. RNAV SAMS. Runway 22 left, clear for takeoff.
Wind acknowledge, our nav to SAMS, to the left, close takeoff. Delta 1921.
This is how I like it. Multiple aircraft, possible conflicts. Let's rock and roll. Yes. Yes. Come on, Delta 1921, let's roll. Alright, Dave, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by and watching. And JetBlue 2123, let me know when you're ready to go.
We'll let you know when we're ready to go, Delta 2123.
And Delta 1921, the departure's offline, frequency change approved, have a good flight.
Further change approved, thank you. Have a good stream too.
Appreciate it.
Hello, Detroit Towers, Delta 2763 on the 7-mile final for runway 22 right. Salvage on ILS.
Delta 2763, Metro Tower, good afternoon. Winds are 290 at 13. Runway 22 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 22 right for Delta 2763.
Tower, JetBlue 2123, ready to go.
JetBlue 2123, wind is 290 at 13. RNAV Joel U, runway 21 right, clear for takeoff. Caution, arriving aircraft on parallel runway to your right.
21 right, clear for takeoff. Caution for the parallel arriving traffic. JetBlue 2123.
Yeah, I can only go off what my ATIS tells me. I know it's going to be higher than what it is. I wish there was like a, like in real life, they are actively looking at the winds, right? So I wish I could do that. Yeah, I know it's there. I just can't. I can only go off what's given me. I just wish that I could have like an active, like, this is what's actually happening with the winds. I know. I've already made the announcement. And Delta 2995, thanks for flying with us. Have a good evening.
Tower, this is JetBlue 2123. If we were to happen to have a bird strike, would you be able to accommodate us back?
JetBlue 2123, that's affirmative.
Okay, thank you. Tower, this is JetBlue 2123. We just had a bird strike. We have lost power on engine number 2. Requesting return.
JetBlue 2123, roger. Make left turn immediately for left downwind, runway 22 right. Correction, 21 right.
Left turn for left downwind for runway 21 right. JetBlue 2123.
And JetBlue 2123, when able, give me souls on board and fuel remaining.
One moment, please, for JetBlue 2123.
And Delta 2763, welcome to Detroit. Exit left when able and safe parking.
Left when able and stand by parking. Delta 2763.
Yep. Yep, it's definitely overcast, that's for sure.
And Tower, Delta 2763 going to Alpha 18.
Delta 2763, roger. Taxi to Alpha 28, or Alpha 18 via Alpha Romeo. Hold short 22 left at Romeo.
Alpha Romeo and hold short 22 left for Delta 2763.
Tower, JetBlue 2023. We have 202 souls on board and 6,000 kilograms of fuel.
Copy, 202 souls on board, 6,000 kilograms of fuel on board. Thank you. I wish we did have the option to kind of set someone as a, like, emergency. It would show as EM, but I don't think it can. I don't think that's an option. I could put it right here. Yeah, that would be definitely an option. And JetBlue 2123, when able, go and squawk 7700.
7700 for JetBlue 2123.
Yeah, winds are bad. Yeah, I wonder if it's actually going to show up. Yep, there it is. Perfect. Yes, it does work. That's awesome.
And it's our the 2063 holding short to left.
Delta 2763, cross 22 left on Romeo. Taxi to Alpha 18 via Romeo.
Romeo, cross 22 left, and then to the gates via Romeo for Delta 2763.
And JetBlue 2123, would you like us to have ground vehicles waiting for you when you land?
Yes, please, for JetBlue 2123.
All right, JetBlue 2123, roger. We'll have the emergency vehicle standing by.
Thank you.
So on VATSIM, most the time, you know, you're not going to accept emergencies because we're trying. Our main goal is to facilitate those who are flying normally, right? But in this case, when I don't have a ton of traffic, there's no reason why I can't accept it, right? And that's up to the controller. That's left up to us to decide if we want to accept an emergency or not. So when he called out, hey, if I happen to have a bird strike, would you be able to accommodate it? Yes, I would. And then he knows, okay, so I can go through with the simulation of me having a bird strike, right? So that's the cool aspect that you can do here. We give him 2 and right. He's probably gonna be at the ILS for 2 and right. So let's pull up that. Or 2 and left. It's gonna be 2 and left. My bad. 2 and left. And JetBlue 2123. All 4 runways are available. It's your discretion which one you would like to take.
Can we get 22 left? It's just a little bit longer for JetBlue 2123.
Sure, we can get you 22 left.
Thank you.
Right, let's see. And JetBlue 2123, I'd recommend flight level or altitude of 4,000 feet for the intercept on the glide slope.
4,000 feet for the intercept, JetBlue 2123. Give me 1 second so I can tune the ILS.
And JetBlue 2123, you are leaving my airspace to the northeast. Your approach is on you. Let me know when you're on final.
I will let you know when I am on final, JetBlue 2123.
All right, he's turning. He's high, but that's okay as long as he comes down. 2000's the actual. If we pull up the chart here, let me pull up Navigraph charts a little bit better for demonstration purposes. What I'm looking for. Approaches ILS. What is it? Two left is what he's doing. All right. So this is what he's going to be flying right now. So 2,000 feet is the final approach. Fix Holka, which is where he should, at the very least capture the glide slope at that point. Right now, it's possible he might grab it somewhere out here, but in most cases, he's just going to step down until he captures a glide slope at 2,000 feet at Holka, which is 4.4 DME. So that's well, he's actually 4.2 DME, but it's actually 4.4 from the runway. So that's what he should be heading for, but we'll track it as we run. Yep, he's come back in. He's going off course. Needs to be turning right. Turn right, sir. Turn right. There you go. There we go. So on the approach, you're going to have rudder kicked into the wind, right, to push your nose towards, nose into the wind. Right, maybe 100, 200 feet above, you're going to actually take your ailerons and pull them into the wind, but kick your rudder back straight to straighten your aircraft back straight onto the runway while kicking your wing down to the right to maintain your lateral push. And then your, if it's right crosswind, your right main landing gear would hit first. That way you don't have a buckling landing gear and you put side pressure, side load on it. You put a straight down load on it. It's tricky, especially in really high winds. I mean, you've seen probably plenty of aircraft videos of that, demonstrated. So you want to kick your right rudder in to hold you center line until about 100, 200 feet above. Then you want to release that right rudder, kick in right ailerons so that you dip your right wing into the wind to maintain, your position straight on the runway, and then you want to use your rudder to keep your nose gear straight down the runway. Otherwise, you'll end up side loading it or something like that, and you could actually.
JetBlue 2123 is on a 7-mile final, runway 22 left.
JetBlue 2123, winds are 310 to 15 at runway 22 left, clear to land.
22 left, clear to land, JetBlue 2123.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much am an aviator. $700 feet, 600 feet. He's on the runway. And JetBlue 2123, welcome back to Detroit. Are you able to exit left off the runway, sir?
Exiting left off the runway, JetBlue 2123.
Attention all aircraft on frequency. Detroit Tower is closing in 1 minute.
Tower, this is JetBlue 2123. Thank you for the great service. I'll take a peek at the stream. Good luck on your good luck on your CFI.
JetBlue 2123. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Don't forget, feel free to leave feedback at clevelandcenter.org/feedback. Have a good one and come back and see us.
clevelandcenter.org/feedback, JetBlue 2123.
Attention all aircraft on frequency. Detroit Tower is now closed. Monitor Unicom with 2.8. Have a good flight. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen.
Have a great day.
Well, that is going to do it. Thanks for flying with us. Thanks for coming and seeing us. And all that fun stuff. Yeah, here I am back on cam. But I'll see you guys next time up in the sky.